If you want to learn how to trade just like me, join the community, click the private Discord link, sign up through this membership level, and you will gain access to weekly group mentorship calls for free. As you all know by now, the market is taking a little bit of a dip, obviously signaled by Bitcoin. Everything follows Bitcoin, so make sure if you haven't already and are not already doing so, tune into those daily Bitcoin updates. It's very vital to check the health of the entire market, and if Bitcoin's healthy, then we know our alts are healthy. Sometimes there are those moments where Bitcoin is dominating and Bitcoin might be going up completely by itself, but once it stabilizes, we do get these pumps on our altcoins. That's pretty much what we saw in the past week, as Bitcoin was pretty much staying at the same price. It allowed altcoins to continue this pump. That's where we got this pump from 6 cents all the way to around the 7.7 cent, meeting our technical target, the high of this range over here. And we zoomed out, of course, to spot all of these bullish patterns in the last few updates. We're talking about these potential 200% moves and whatnot. And essentially, with this market-wide correction that we're getting at the moment, not only would I suggest to watch my Bitcoin update, as in that update, we were talking about this dump at the moment and why it could be healthy and could be bullish as long as key levels are being maintained. And the same for Hbar right now. Yes, we are dumping, but this is healthy, guys. We've just gone up pretty much in a straight line the past week, or pretty much since the beginning of this month. We've just been going up in a straight line with no days actually being red all the way until now, guys. We're 11 days in and we've just been experiencing up this whole month. So a great month for Hbar, of course, for us Hbar holders. But please do understand that it's healthy to dip as long as key levels are being maintained. We're going to run through all of that. And as you've already seen in today's title, we're essentially talking about a double bottom breakout retest, which is what we're seeing right now. So we'll dive into this deep in detail, and make sure you do like, subscribe, comment, and share to help the channel grow so we can hit 7.5k. If you want to get educated so you can learn this all by yourself and predict where the market is going, as we have all the way from down here until the 1 fib level. Look at this entire move, everyone. If you want to learn this, then use the links down below. At the end of each video, there's always an explanation of what my educational offers are, but we pretty much call this 50% move totally free here on the channel, as well as a further move just from the golden pocket over here of about 25%, so half that move. So there's been multiple chances for you guys to make money, not only as a holder but as a trader. Now, we created the golden cross back in November, and that was the signal that I was waiting for when this bullish cross down here appeared with the 20 and the 55. So the 55 and the 200 crossed. This is incredible for the continuation of this uptrend. That is why we were able to even get up to the range high over here, the 1 fib level. Previously, we didn't see this. There are many occasions where we saw breaks of the 200 EMA, but a failure to form the golden cross, and with that, suggesting that the initial break of the 200 EMA was false. We've seen that on multiple occasions, once, twice, and 3 times over here, where unfortunately we didn't get the golden cross after breaking the 200 EMA, not giving validation to the breakout, and so essentially throwing us back into a downtrend. We've had another opportunity over here. Finally, the golden cross formed, and so giving much more validity to this breakout, and that's why we've essentially met the technical target, the 1 fib level. Now, along the way up, we've created new patterns, and in today's update, we're going through the double bottom that has formed, a huge one on the daily time frame, with this being your first bottom right over here at 6.7, 6.8 cent being your neckline, and second bottom down over here about 4.5 cent. So we've broken out over the past week. Since the beginning of this month, we've been breaking out, and we created the reverse wave very early on in the first few days, which is a suggestion that not only would we be going to the 1 fib level, but targets beyond that point, sitting at 8.7, 9.4 and 10.5 cents. Now, I believe that we will continue to these targets. Even though we're dumping right now, nothing is throwing me off with my belief that we will achieve those targets. I'm going to basically give you all the levels of support that need to be maintained in order to continue those targets. And essentially, very quickly before we get into that, right now, what is happening is the failure of the breakout through the 1 fib level to go ahead and meet those targets. So as long as the reversal wave is still intact, which it is, the level that needs to hold to continue to keep the reversal wave intact is where this all was created. Please understand that when we're looking at a market, it doesn't go down in a straight line, it doesn't go up in a straight line. It has its pullbacks, and that's the whole point of the Fibonacci retracement tool to give you those exact pullback levels. So if I see a wave up, I know it's not going to just continue going up and up and up. It needs to pull back. This is where the fib comes in. Place it from here to there, and it says this area is the golden pocket, which you should be looking for entries from for a buy trade. And then the potential of the reversal wave being created if it doesn't hold as support. That is the more complex Fibonacci, but essentially it's just a tool. Once a pump is done or a dump is done, it's going to show you those pullback levels to the golden pocket, best point of entry for continuation of that uptrend. Equally, a downtrend, it won't go down in a straight line. It will have its pullbacks, and the golden pocket will say it's right about over here, and then you're looking for shorts from that point. Now, if we go to this exact example where we are right now, we can see I did measure the dump, but when it got to the golden pocket, we didn't see that follow through and new lows being created, as essentially we broke through the golden pocket and created the reversal wave. This is where it gets a bit more complex, and if you're not understanding it, please consider taking action on the education. Use the links down below to head over to the website. Wait until the end of this video. At the end of each update, there's a little clip for what you can expect to find in the education. Now, the reversal wave was created over here, invalidating that bearish scenario. We've also seen the golden cross, which on the past 3 or 4 scenarios did not occur, giving this more validity. And so essentially, as we continue to hold above the 200 EMA, we eventually broke out and made a new high with the bodies right there and with the wicks. New highs of the wicks and the bodies. And so just saying that this is a new higher high, but unfortunately what we need to see with these bodies, yes, higher than the previous, but we need to see these bodies breaking out of the highest wick. Without doing so, we're not seeing a true break of this range, so we're still trapped within it. And so this could mean that we are going to see dumps, and we need to spot those key levels that need to hold. So right now we're falling back to this yellow line, which is the 786 fib. This is the neckline of that double bottom. So that's why we've pretty much fallen to that today, as the 1 fib level was not broken, and we that means no continuation to these targets. They are still valid, but we need to hold the 0.5 Fibonacci to continue to those targets. And in the immediate short term, we're falling back to a bullish pattern that took months on end, pretty much the whole year to create. So we're just falling back to it as a bullish retest out of this double bottom breakout, looking for continuation from this point. As the 20 moving average is there, we know that if we get above the 20, we follow it in an uptrend. Lose the 20, you got the 55 underneath you as a second layer of defense. And then finally, what is the trend? That is decided by the 200 EMA, which is now sitting at the 0.5 Fibonacci. So continue to hold 5.84 cents, and we will eventually continue to an eventual 10.5 cent technical target. The double bottom breakout is in line with that as well. However, if I go to the 5-day time frame, you're now going to see why I've got this line placed over there, because this double bottom looks a little bit different on the 5-day time frame, changing the neckline, which brings it down to the 618. So I wouldn't even be surprised if we head back down to the golden pocket, but as we know, that's where the reversal wave was created. It must hold at all costs. So we're now ranging between the 786 and the 1 fib level, and we're essentially waiting. Will we get a deeper correction back into the golden pocket, knowing that the 55 acts as a second layer of defense to throw us back into an uptrend, with the lowest point of this uptrend being the 0.5, which is the lowest point of the reversal wave, keeping these targets valid. So we know that as long as we're holding above that 0.5 Fibonacci and 200 EMA, even if we lose the 786 and have a deeper correction back down, whether it's to the 618 or the 0.5, we will actually reverse and continue to those technical targets. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like, subscribe, comment, and share so we can hit 7.5k as quick as we can. And if you want to get educated so you can learn all of this for yourself, so you don't have to rely on my videos, please use the links down below in the description to head straight to the website or the Twitter for any questions. Cheers, everyone. I've got a whole bunch of educational content, and over here on the website you can see loads of other people taking action recently. If you want to get educated, simply scroll underneath the video, click take action or Linktree, and click the option that you want to read more about, or private message me on Twitter. Let's start off with the ebook. This is where you can take action on my ebook, teaches the exact strategy. Head over to the membership level if you want to become a Discord channel member, where you have access to 2 weekly group mentorship calls. Or if you want to take action on my 6-hour-long pre-recorded course, there's an offer here, and you do get Discord chat for 2 months totally free. Here is my beginner one-to-one mentorship plan, which includes 3 hours of my one-to-one help the course, and 2 months free in the chat. And there are some other plans here for 5 or 10 hours of my one-to-one help. Use the links down below to private message me on Twitter, or head straight to the website using one of these links to take action. Cheers.